Hi guys, welcome back to Nebula Fox Toy Reviews. It's the final video that Dr. Grant's going to be in for now. He'll come back at some point. But we're doing my Jurassic World figures. Yay. These are some of the more recent-ish ones. So these are from the Chaos Theory Danger Pack line. So we've got Jakapil, which is honestly a dinosaur I'd never heard of until this figure came out. We've got Lophostropheus, which is another one I hadn't really heard about, but looks amazing. And Dsungaripterus. Now this figure is a repaint of one that was released for the Dominion. Yeah, the Dominion toy line. The Dominion one was bright yellow. So this is one I had heard of, and I had also already heard of it before Mattel had made it for their Dominion line, because I like my pterosaurs. I like my flying reptiles. So, let's head on over to the review table and crack these guys out of their packaging. Okay, so here we are. Here are all the figures. We're going to start off with the Dsungaripterus, because this is one we've already seen. And take the other two off to the side for now. So, here is the Jurassic World Chaos Theory Danger Pack Dsungaripterus. The packaging is a wee bit dusty because I've had this line around for a while. So the front of the packaging, we've got Jurassic World Chaos Theory down here with the Netflix logo. The T-Rex skeleton up top. Danger Pack Dsungaripterus and Mattel down here. And we also have this little logo. Now, on the back, it shows you that we've got two dinosaurs in cages and two with like dinosaurs out in the wild. So my guess is this means if it's in a cage, it's one that's on it's one that's on the black market, or it's been captured and being used by people. And then if it's got this blue logo, then it's one that's just been spotted out in the wild. I think that's what it's gonna be. Oh well. Now you may notice I don't have the Dimetrodon. That's because it's pretty much the same Dimetrodon as the one released for Dominion. I think people have said there's ever so slight differences, but other than that, it's pretty much the same figure, so I'm not bothering with that one. So, let's break this guy. Let's break this birdie out of the packaging. Come on. There we go. You know anything about those plastic bits is they were very close to the neck. So, yes. Here is the Dsungaripterus. Did I damage the neck at all? No, it looks good. God, that joint doesn't want to move. Anyway, here is the... there we go. Here is the Dsungaripterus. This is a very unique looking pterosaur with that head, with that nose crest and the extremely curved beak. It's a very unique looking guy. And I honestly really like this colour scheme that they went for it. Eyes on both sides look pretty decently painted. I think it's because with pterosaurs you can see both eyes easily right out of the packaging. They're not like these ones where you can only see one side nicely. This one obviously was packaged like that so you can see both eyes. Colour scheme, I like it. I like it more than the bright yellow that we got for the original one, which I do not have to hand, it is packed away. Oh, beep beep, that someone's papping outside. Yeah, I really like the colour scheme that they went with this one. It definitely makes the head, I think it makes the head stand out more. Because obviously there is like no colour at all on the body, unless you go under the wings. So it definitely makes the colour that is on their head stand out more. And I also really like those green eyes that they gave it. Does this mouth not want to close now? Oh, there we go. I seem to have bought a slightly defective one because the mouth is wonky. There we go. So yes, we've got the nice deep red colour on the crests and a splash around the eyes, and also coming down the back. And then we've got bright orange veins, almost looks like lava veins on the underside of the wing, which is really nice. The pterosaur is covered in little fluffy pycnofibers, which pterosaurs, are known to have. It looks very, very fluffy. I don't think it would have looked this fluffy, but it looks very fluffy. Their head is plain, apart from a little tiny bit of the pycnofibers under the beak. But the actual, the main face is plain, so that would just be scaly and beaky. If we open the mouth, all of the little teeth have been painted. And then we've got the tongue and these little fleshy bits that have been painted, but the roof of the mouth, as usual, has not. So, yeah. For articulation, as you've seen, you can open the beak. You can open it pretty wide. In fact, the fleshy bits pop out, and that's probably the problem that mine is having. There we go. Head can go up and down, and also swivel around. Wings can be flapped up, they can be flapped up, not so much down, because once they meet up with the figure again, it all sort of sits flush, but they can be rotated. And the legs, I do believe, the legs are articulated together, but they can go back and forth as well. Scan code is under a trapdoor, as it is on most pterosaurs. So there we go. There's the scan code for the Dsungaripterus. You're going to focus camera? There we go. So there's the scan code for the Dsungaripterus. And that is that. That's all I can really say about this guy. He's pretty cool. Although I'm really looking forward to the Jurassic World Rebirth Quetzalcoatlus, because we're finally getting a pterosaur that can stand, rather than all of the others that are in these flying poses. Up next, we will look at the Jakapil, which is, once again, like I said in the introduction, a dinosaur I had never heard of until Mattel made this figure. Packaging is exactly the same, so we will just go ahead and free him straight away. Also, before anyone asks, yes, these are Harry Potter scissors. No, I do not support J.K. Rowling. She is an asshole. These were just given to me as a gift. I did not pay for these. But they're really good scissors. That's why I use them. So anyway, here is Jakapil. I didn't actually do any research on this dinosaur, so I have no idea what sort of dinosaur it is. Although by judging by this figure, it kind of looks like it would be some sort of early ankylosaur. So a bit like Psittacosaurus is an early ceratopsid that walked on two legs. It looks like Jakapil might be an early ankylosaur that walked on two legs. Because dang, that is very spiky. Very, very spiky. Anyway, how are the eyes? The eyes are good. A little bit of slop on that side. Very good on that side. So eyes are okay. The eyes are okay. They've only painted the upper beak, which is weird. I mean, if you're going to paint both parts of the beak. There's no mouth articulation, so this is all one solid lump of plastic. So they could have easily painted the lower beak as well as the upper beak. So that is just weird. They have painted the spikes though. So all of the spikes have been painted in this orange colour. And then if we go down into the body, some of the spikes are moulded into the brown part. And then other spikes, so basically all the spikes that are orange on this one are separate moulds. You can tell from the top, look. So if they put the spikes in first and then the brown part is like an outer shell. So they are like a softer material. There we go, you can see that, look. They're like a softer rubbery material, so it won't hurt. However, the ones on the head are part of the head mold, so those are kind of spiky, kind of sharp. All in all, a very nice looking figure. There is No paint on the spikes at all on the tail. But there is paint on the tail because it's either the upper part or the lower part that's painted. I'm not sure which. I think it's the brown that's painted on just because there's more of the creamy colour. Oh well. So yes, this Jakapil is a very nice figure and a very interesting looking dinosaur. It's kind of cute and I would want to pet it, but just pet this bit because it's the only bit that's not spiky. For articulation, the head can go up and down, arms can go back and forth, legs can go back and forth. Very stiff because mine hasn't been opened yet. And the tail has the pointless articulate. I don't know why really don't know why they don't do that. Why they've done that. Scan code. There you go. There is the Jakapil scan code. Focus camera. There we go. So there is the scan code for the Jakapil. Oh, for God's sake. Camera. Focus. Focus. Focus, camera. Focus. Focus for me, please. There we go. That'll do. So yeah, that is the Jakapil. So we'll just pop him off to the side and we'll bring the last guy in, the Lophostropheus. Not going to bother looking at the packaging because it is the same as all the others. Where can my scissors gain access? There they are. Here is Lophostropheus. First thing I'll say is the hands are weird. Why is one finger in particular pointing outwards? That just looks odd. Other than that, how is the eye paint? Very nice on that side. And also very nice on that side. Eye paint, really nice on this one. And this is one of those examples where they put lots of detail into the paintwork on the head. And look at that. Very nice. And then the rest of the body just gets forgotten about. Oh, this dew claw is huge. Oh, that would be so painful for the dinosaur if it got that caught on anything. My God, that is a big ass dew claw. I feel sorry for you, buddy. So yeah, very nice paintwork on the head with that bright green crest. Kind of looks a bit like a Monolophosaurus, really, with that crest. Just the snout's a bit longer. So yeah, very nice detailing with the crest being in bright green. And then you got this dark green on the face and around the eye. And then the eye in that nice piercing red colour. That is very nice. Inside the mouth. Oh, you're going to open your mouth wider than that? Come on, dude. Please. Wider. I'll do. There we go. Fleshy bits have been painted, the tongue is painted, but as usual the roof of the mouth is not. I don't think that's going to want to actually close its mouth now. There we go. Okay, so this guy actually only really wants to open his mouth about that far. The rest of it you kind of have to unhinge the jaw and pop the fleshy bits out of the slots. I'm not gonna do that anymore. But we've got the white of the lower jaw that goes down under the neck and under the belly and stops pretty much at the crotch. This is not. This is where the hip bone is poking out a little bit. But yeah, very nice looking figure. I love like the muscly detail. You can see like the shoulder blade here sort of poking out, which is cool. And you got a nice little row of tiny spikes that run down the length of it. So very nice. As usual with Mattel, there is no toe claw painted. There's no claws painted on it at all. But like I said, they've put all the effort into that head, and the head is gorgeous. Scan code. Here you go. Here is the Lophostropheus scan code. I'm doing this in the wrong order because I need to do articulation first. Oh well. But there's the Lophostropheus scan code. And for articulation, as you've seen, the mouth can open a little bit. The head can go up and down. Arms can go back and forth. Legs can go back and forth. Stiff. And pointless tail rotation. Absolutely pointless. But yeah, that is that. Let me bring all of them back in. There we go. Yeah, like I said, I'm looking forward to the Quetzal because I don't like my pterosaurs being on display like that. And I can't hang anything from the ceiling. So, there goes that idea. Anyway, thank you very much for watching, guys, and I shall see you all in the next video, whatever that'll be. Bye!